a new day of practice. I hope so. Put your shoes on. Let's have our ladies club in our living room, in our kitchen, in our passage, in our corridor, in our balcony. So we've been working a lot of things in all these classes. We have a month and a half of lovely ladies technique, right? And today we are going to practice a little bit more of exercises of pivots and turning dissociations, and we are going to focus as well on some important details related to changing the embrace of passing from closed embrace to open embrace in the second part of the class. So stay tuned. It's very important for us ladies how do we react and how we are present for these situations that we live in our dance. So I hope we are live. Just in case something is wrong, make us a sign, send us messages. So let's try to start first with the change of weight in the side step. So first of all, let's try to go a little bit in the floor and push the ground to rise the body and to feel that you are stretching, taking energy, taking your weight from the floor, push down so that you can go to rise, right? Like we always say about the about the super ladies. Yeah, so feel that you are pushing from the floor to rise, right? Great, and keep this that we have been talking about every day. Try to prepare your body, right? Good, so let's try to go pushing for the side. So we go a little bit pushing in the floor, a little bit flexing, and we go pushing with the standing leg and using very active the free leg, right? So we go down and arriving up. It's just a little bit, right, of this. So we go down, pushing and using as well to push the standing leg, the body in the standing leg and the free leg, and we arrive with the body over the leg and we use the free leg with the metatarsus, yeah, to push, and with the as well we maintain active the hips and we maintain them at the same level, and we go pushing and keeping and arriving with the body, yeah, over the leg. Good, good. After we started with this exercise, let's try to continue a little bit to reinforce the dissociation. So I am going forward, yes, so I'm pushing the body in the standing leg to go forward. I resist here, yes, and I go to start to prepare because I'm going with this leg, that means that I will start to go with this part of the torso, right, and the back and with the arm, right? So it's because it's the opposite. So it's always like we said, it's the part for the forward, yes, for the forward pivot is the part of the free leg that goes in the opposite of the standing leg, right? So we think that we start to work this turn already. We prepare it when we go in the step. I'm going in the step, but I'm going as well with my upper body. So torso, back, yes, arm, and we are going to turn, yes, to prepare the turn. And we go again. Let's do a few times, yeah. So we go and we turn the upper body. So my partner is a bit worried, I think. So just wanting to make sure that, so he's behind of the camera, a bit worried. Just I'm wondering if we are live or not. Okay, because it happened before. So since I see him like worried behind the camera, I don't know what is happening, but he made me a sign that everything is okay. So we are together. I hope you are practicing as well and thinking of these things behind at your home, right? At the other side of the camera, right? So think always that we are going to dissociate, right, around the partner. So my energy is focused here, I'm embracing here. Of course, I'm active with the back, but I don't want to go in the dissociation and in the embrace, yeah, pulling on the back, right? Like we were saying, or sending too much energy on the back and losing the abdominals, losing the center, right? So we don't want that. We want to feel that all the time. Here is here we are embracing, and here is the part that we are going to dissociate around the partner, right? And we feel that, yeah, that all this energy starts from the back but goes with the metatarsus and the arms, right? And here is focused, right? Good. So let's continue to think of this, and we go side step like we practiced before, and we start to prepare, and we go turning, yeah, dissociating, and turning to let the hip, knee, foot after to arrive, right? After the upper body. And then we feel, maybe I should have been here, right? So now we go back and we think that we initiate, yeah, the energy of dissociation, yeah, from the back, and we push in the standing leg, and we use the free leg active, the foot, knee, and hip. So it's, yeah, it's this, right? And we change, and we push to go, and then again we go and we prepare, right? And then after the upper body comes hip, knee, foot, the second part, I mean the other part of the body, right? We have like two parts of the body, from here up and from here towards down, and we want to use them. So we take this now, and we take foot, knee, hip to accompany us to pivot, right? With the pivot, and then we go side, and then we start this again, and then we start this again, and pivot, and yeah, and the leg, the hip, knee, foot, and the leg comes as a consequence, right, of the turn. And then pin, yeah, we do this, and we take the pivot and the free leg, and then again, and then again, and then again. Let's think of this, yeah, and keeping inside belly muscles, belly button, and hips on the line of the ankles and heels, yeah, and try to keep up. I mean, up in the idea, look, that up doesn't mean that we said before that we are lifting the hip. No, we keep only what we did at the beginning, that we took energy from the ground, we push the ground so that we can keep ourselves with this part going to the ceiling, yeah, like imaginary, keeping up, and with this part pushing towards the floor. So we push into the floor so that we can keep up, right? Good. So think of this all the time. And we start the dissociation again, and taking, yeah, and then again. Cool. Good. So we practiced this exercise again for the turns and for the dissociation, to reinforce it and to push into the floor, to think of the two parts of the body that have to be active, and to use the spiral that we have been talking about, and not to pull the back, to be powerful in the floor and present. Good. And to use the free leg as it should be for the forward pivot comes as a consequence, right? Hip, knee, foot after the upper part, and for the backward comes together, right, with the actually accompanies the pivot of the standing leg. Good. So now let's put attention to a very important part of our dance, that it happens, we dance it, and it's very cool when we know how to react with presence and control, and to still keep a lot of pleasure for ourselves and to give it to the partner in these situations when we have to change the embrace from close embrace to open embrace. So yesterday we spoke about how do we go, which is a good attitude, right? To go in, to approach the embrace, to start the dance, to go in the close embrace, right? So now after we start, let's say to go in the close embrace when we start to dance, because we choose this to dance with these partners with whom you dance. If we want, we choose to dance close embrace. If we don't, we choose to dance open embrace. It's our choice. They propose, we choose. So let's see how it is while, during the dance. How do we respond to their proposal of changing the embrace? That is good to take it and to react to it and not to remain all the time in close embrace if they propose open embrace. And if we want as well for us to create a little bit of space to turn sometimes when it's needed, even if let's say they don't open, but it's crazy to just remain hanged on the partner in the same same shape, just to remain hanged there. But we need to be flexible. It's good for our pleasure, for our satisfaction in dance, to create a flexibility of the arm. So what does this mean? It means that, for example, I will show first one movement alone, but then I will invite my partner Giovanni to accompany me so that you can visualize better. So what does it mean? That I am starting, so I'm going in the embrace, and let's say I'm embracing like this, right? In close embrace. Let's say that this is the close embrace. And then, for example, I am going inside step, we are still inside step. And then when this happens, let's say the back step, he moves his arm, I will show it maybe here. He moves his arm from this point where he's in close embrace to this point, right? So here we are, right, in this back step, preparing from the cross, and he moves here. So then what do? I react to this and I adjust my arm, yes, as well on his arm to be flexible and to respond to this proposal of changing the embrace, of taking a little bit of distance, because that means that something will follow in our dance that requires more space for us. So that's why he's preparing it. So let's see how it is with a man. So you see, when we meet them, they are here, and this is amazing. So, dear Giovanni, let's try to exemplify. I'm thinking of this cross when we start.
Okay.
In close embrace, that's what I was showing a moment ago myself. Like we start in close embrace, but then you want me to, right? So, because maybe you will want to start to do a saccada, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, let's say that. So, let's try to show again, and try not to look at our feet in this case, but look at the embrace, right? So, I am here in close embrace, he goes, and look at what he does. Now, he does the step, and he moves his arm as well, and then, because when I feel that he as my partner, he proposes, he starts to give me a signal that he wants to create more space, more to open the embrace, then that I'm here, right? What do? I feel this and I'm reacting as well with the same, and let's say we can keep still a little bit of body, let's say in some cases. So I'm moving first the arm. If then he extends as well his arm, let's say he makes while we do the steps, we will show again, he as well uses this flexibility of the arm, then as well I respond to it, right? And we create this space that we need. So it's pointless, it's useless to remain, I will just remain hanged on you. Like, let's try to do it, to do the cross, and I will just remain, and you open and like, you see? Like, I remain, it's not useful for us to just stick there in the close embrace.
You want to show like your arm?
And maybe, yes. So we find, that is like, we find this, you know, like it's from here, and we have connection. We can still have connection depending how they propose, you know, how much distance. Or we don't have if they already propose, right? But we are still, I mean, that's why we take our axis even better.
Yeah.
We step and we are in control and we are present, and to change the situation, because the situation in dance has changed in this moment.
And you don't know.
Yes, so of course this is like we have to be ready to be responsive and awake in the idea that, because this is of course controversial, like they say, yeah, but I want to sleep in the men's arm. Yes, we do, but as well we are active. I mean, we do sleep in the men's arms, but as long as we are even more active, as much as we are even more active, in the dance, we can enjoy more this sleep, right?
Anyway,
this
there are moments where you can do if the music is low, the embrace is close, but if we want to lead something with more energy, you cannot sleep in the arm of the night.
And this as well beautiful, there is still magic. I mean, for example, myself personally, I am a super fan, and I am for a lot for close embrace. I can enjoy dancing even one tanda, one tango, one tanda, only in close embrace without. But as well, on the other side, as well, even in that close embrace, there are moments when I want to just create a little bit of space, for example, just, you see, like this, just keeping the close embrace, keeping the contact, but just, adjusting the arm for what I need.
And this is all the time in the turn. When we turn, we don't stay blocked in this position.
Exactly, so it's good for you girls to be flexible and not to just stick there, just for the sake of. And there was another one that we said we will. This one, right? Yeah. When this happens, when he invites me to enter this for a hero. Yeah. So we are close embrace, and he gives this step with energy, and look, he moved his arm here, and you see he sent me, but very nice, very gently, right? Because we will do this. So here we need, sorry, I didn't know if you continued. So, but in all this sequence, we need to be in with more space, and we need to be here, girls, with the arm, like here where you saw. Keep your axis, be in the floor with all the concepts that we spoke about, but try not to just because of the sake of it. Because for the close embrace, you will know, like when, I mean, you feel the partner when he doesn't propose you this, But when it's about this, and these sequences, even if they are in open embrace, they are very cool. Yeah. I mean, they are as well with magic. I mean, if we leave them like this, if we pay attention, we put this energy together with, and we respond to the partner like this, being very active and very present, we feel this magic with them.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's another way. It's the changing music, the energy music, so we change also for that moment the embrace.
Exactly.
And you need to be ready.
And it's colorful, it's spicy. It's. Thank you so much, Giovanni.
You're welcome.
He will have in a few moments, like 10 minutes, he will have a class with Angela, couples class. This was for today, to think and focus and pay attention, practice as well. While you are at home, practice as well. Think of this alone, right? What I showed with Giovanni, and when you will dance with partners, after this will pass, this crazy madness time will pass, and we will all be able to dance in milongas as well. Again, you will think, you will recognize this and be more ready to react like this. Thank you so much for the class, and stay healthy, stay well, stay safe. I miss you very much, all of you, to really see you really live again.